What is up? How you guys doing? Noel back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about a video that I'm very excited about. It's something that was a huge goal of mine and that I was able to complete, that I'm going to continue to do for however long. I don't think I'm going to stop. But what I'm talking about is cold plunging. I know I've talked about it in the past, but I finally reached my goal of doing a cold plunge for 365 straight days, literally a whole year straight without missing a day. And the main topic about the video today is just why I decided to do it for 365 days and why I didn't want to miss a day, why it became so addicting to me, why was it something that I feel like everybody should do. I know it's very controversial and I know a lot of people are against it and whatnot, but these are the benefits that I've seen and that I've honestly witnessed by doing it literally every single day, and why I feel like I will never stop. It's addicting. It's something that's a part of my life now, and I just want to share my thoughts and my experience, and hopefully you guys can gain some knowledge about it and maybe give it a shot. Before I get started with my benefits, I just want to talk about why I even started doing cold plunge to begin with. About 2.5 years ago, I've said it before in my other videos as well, I just had some really bad times going through my head, really dark times. I was trying to find any kind of answer that can help me just better myself, better my mental health. And after making this video, I did notice that my hand is covering my mouth in some parts of the video. I apologize for that, but the information is great, so stick with me. Let's get into it. And not have to deal with any prescription drugs or any of that sort. So I started just diving deep into how I can better myself, starting right in the morning. Good routine for myself that can make me jumpstart my morning without having to feel any anxiousness or any stress or any self-doubt, any of those crazy thoughts or any weird thoughts that I had going through my head from the night before. That was just for me, man. Like I was tired of dealing with anxiety and that kind of feeling of fear. So I found a video about cold plunging and I heard a lot of good things about it. I know cold plunging during that time was really trending. It still is. So I guess it was just kind of easy to find information about it. So I decided to purchase a cold plunge. First, we ended up purchasing just like a $40 cold plunge from Amazon, filled it up with water ourselves, let the cold water just overnight sit there. During the winter was nice because it was like around 45 50 degrees. It was cold enough for me at the time. I never dealt with cold water, so for me that was just fine. I felt like I was getting the shock that I needed, especially because like I was talking to my wife about this the other day, but I remember when we first started doing those cold plunges and it was like 55-degree water, 50-degree water, and for us it felt freezing, and we had like a whole little routine where we had a little heater in our living room, and we would go and sit down there for like 15 minutes after trying to warm up. But it felt good to us, just waking up early in the morning, 4:30 or 5 a.m. and getting into that cold plunge regardless of how cold it was. But we noticed that later on it started getting more annoying having to deal with dumping the water out every other day and putting new water in and waiting for it to get cold. And then in the summertime, I didn't want to spend too much money on ice and having to put ice in there every single day that I wanted to get in. So I decided to invest in a cold plunge that has like a chiller by the Pod Company. The benefits about this is that it, like I said, it has a chiller. It's like this little chiller unit that you have to leave it connected all the time, but you're able to put the temperature down to where you want it to be at, and it filters out the water, the hot water, and it pumps out cold water, and it has a filter to keep the water clean. So that was a huge benefit for us because I knew that I was going to be using this long term because I seen the benefits of it after like a month, and it was something that I wanted to continue doing. So that's why I decided to commit to making this purchase, because it is not cheap, but it's a cheaper one out of all the other ones that come with a chiller. That's one thing that I did purchase and I continued using, still use till today. So every single morning I know my water is going to be at 35 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is what I know they talk about, like what temperatures the cold plunge has to be at. Some people say 45, 40 degrees, whatever works for you, honestly, whatever shocks your nervous system the most. I feel like that's just good enough for you. For me, 35, between 30 degrees Fahrenheit and 35 degrees Fahrenheit has been the ideal temperature for me. When I get into the 20s, and I've done in the 20s, I notice that it's just more mental than anything, and it just really it just sucks. Your hands and your feet just feel like they're gonna break off. But it does build that more mental resilience. Yeah, so those are the reasons why I decided to start cold plunging. And now I'm just going to talk about my benefits. And I'm going to be looking at my notes right here, honestly, because I have so many good things to say about it, and I didn't want to just have to think on top of my head. So for me, the very first thing was like my mental toughness, just for the simple fact that like it made me uncomfortable. All right. So like every single morning I was very uncomfortable to get in, and it was something that I didn't want to do. Implementing that early, like as soon as, 4:30 hit, my alarm went off, and I knew that I wasn't just going to get up and start my day. It was like, I'm going to get up and do a cold plunge, then start my day. You know what I mean? So like that alone was so much harder to get out of bed, because I knew that I wasn't going to just wake up and get going. It was more of like wake up, get into some freezing ass water, and start my day like that. It was more of that mental toughness that I had to build. And till this day, honestly, like I have challenges getting in. It's not easy. So but yeah, for me, the mental toughness part of it, waking up early in the morning and knowing that I have to get in and being so comfortable with it. And I feel like when you're the most uncomfortable, I feel like that's when you grow the most. So for me to just be that uncomfortable early in the morning and then overcome that, I feel like it builds that tough skin, that my mind is like, okay, you got past the first challenge of your day, and now it's only up from here. That being said, it also builds momentum, and I'm a huge believer in momentum. Tony Robbins got me into thinking really good about momentum. He talks about building little goals and achieving them builds momentum throughout your day, throughout your life. Once a month, whatever it is, having that momentum, you start seeing progress, and that makes you feel good. Anytime you have momentum and you get some progress going and you feel good about yourself, you're not going to want to stop. You want to keep going. It's a huge snowball effect. And you feel like it becomes addicting. That momentum feeling becomes addicting. And I feel like with cold plunging, starting out my mornings like that just gave me a huge momentum boost, and I felt like I'm just riding it the whole day. It's like the main reason why I even started cold plunging, like I said earlier, but it was just to reduce my stress and anxiety. Honestly, I was so tired of just dealing with anxiety. It just happened out of nowhere. Like I never really dealt with anxiety in my life. Not that I'm aware of. And then COVID happened, and then just random shit happened in my life that was just I became a father, which was another thing as well. Became a father at 2, and then I just started getting more and more worried about little things with them, and I don't know, things just started happening to me. I started getting more responsibility that I wasn't used to, and just life happens, and I get it, but I was just tired of dealing with anxiety. It was driving me nuts. Every single morning I would wake up really, really bad anxiety, where I felt like I was on that flight or fight mode all day. And it was just taking a toll on not just my mental health, but my body in general. I was noticing little things happening with my gut. Also just with my nervous system, I felt like I was just always on alert, and it was very, how can I say, it was just very draining every single day to deal with that. I had a lot of little health scares and stuff that led me to feel like more and more anxious throughout the time being. So I noticed people talked about cold plunging and how it's helped them with anxiety. So that was the main reason why I started. And let me tell you, it really, really changed my life, especially when it came to anxiety. Because honestly, as soon as I wake up, I would have some random thoughts, or if I went to sleep with some kind of anxiety, I would wake up extra anxious. And when I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I would get into the cold plunge, and I would just shock my nervous system, I feel like that anxiety just literally disappeared. I'm not saying I didn't get it throughout the day later on, but at least for the next 3 hours, I knew that my mental focus and my anxiety was going to be at all-time low, and that allowed me to get a lot more productive and get more into my meditations, which what I did after my cold plunges, and it allowed me to just be more more relaxed, more calm, and more in the present moment, which eliminated a lot of those anxious moments and the anxiety that was driving me crazy for so long. For me, it was just like a huge reset button. Like I just used it as like a reset button. I didn't only do it in the mornings. Like during the day when I would feel like I had some anxiety that I felt like needed more work, I would decide to just go in. It didn't matter what time it was. It could have been 9:30 at night, it could have been 5:30 in the afternoon. It didn't matter. I just wanted to shock my nervous system because I knew that was the reset button for me. It made me feel like, not only did it build my mental resilience, which eliminated my stress, but also shocking my nervous system with the cold water allowed me to just reset, calm down, and just enjoy the moment again. And little by little, I started incorporating the cold plunges throughout the day in that sense, just to feel like I was back in control and I was taking control of my mind and it wasn't taking control of me. The next thing I'm going to talk about is just boosting my energy. I stopped taking caffeine or drinking caffeine because I feel like I was addicted to it. I had a 2-hour commute to work every single day. I had to leave my house like at 4 a.m. Before I started doing all this. So for me, I started taking 2-3 energy drinks a day, depending on, how I felt. It just became such an addicting thing for me. And I started noticing a lot of little health issues that were coming up, which led to some anxiety. And it was led to me also over consuming caffeine. So I decided to just literally cold turkey stop taking caffeine. Like I was like, I'm done with this. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm not saying it's bad for everybody. People can take it however they want to take it. I'm no doctor, but for myself, it just was something that I knew that it was just getting out of control and it became a drug for me. So I decided to quit caffeine completely and eliminate it from my life. And I still to this day don't take it. And for me, the cold plunging is like that caffeine for me because it gives me that adrenaline rush that I need. And even better than caffeine, honestly, I do it, like I said, right in the morning. And it just I just coast with that adrenaline rush for like 3 hours, man. I feel like, I'm on top of my game. I don't need any coffee or I don't need any energy drinks. That cold plunge itself, just shocking my nervous system and just take its course on me, has been a benefit for me with eliminating caffeine and just getting that energy boost that I need throughout my morning. And if I need one later on throughout the day, I'll do one. I do have kids, so my morning starts at 4:30. My kids, they get out of school, then I'm watching them throughout the day. So for me, I need all the energy I can get. So, if it's a mid afternoon and I'm, feeling a little tired or whatnot, I decided to just jump in real quick, shock my system again and just start over, get that momentum going and get that energy that I need to continue with my day. And honestly, it just woke my ass up. Like in the mornings, like if you need to wake up, like you're not gonna just sit there and sip on coffee and feel like you're gonna wake up right away, but if you just decide to just jump into the cold ass water, I guarantee you're gonna be up. Like there's no doubt about it. Like there's nothing worse than getting woken up by water. So that's the benefits of it. You just wake your ass up. I know it sucks, but the feeling you get after and the alertness you get, I guarantee you would appreciate it if you decide to just wake up your morning and get in some cold ass water. One that I really enjoyed was just the recovery time. I like to work out. I like to go on runs. I like to play a lot of basketball. And I like to be very active with my kids at the same time. And I noticed that when I started incorporating the cold plunges and after going to the gym and just doing it every single day, I noticed that my recovery time was a lot better. I'm not so sore after basketball. Like honestly, like I feel like before I started doing this, I would play one day of basketball and like my legs would be so shot. Like I felt like my back was killing me, my arms, everything. My whole body would just be achy for like 2 to 3 days where I didn't want to do anything and just, be like, damn, I don't know if I can continue playing anymore. I was like, damn, I'm getting to that age where I'm getting old. I'm not a rookie anymore. I'm becoming more of a veteran here. So I got to take care of my body a little bit better. And then incorporating cold plunging just the recovery time itself just became like almost like a cheat code as a parent. You know what I mean? I felt like I could do everything that I want to do, working out, go play basketball, play sports, and then still be as active as I can be with my kids, who, I don't know if you guys have kids or not, but if you do, you know that it's hard to keep up with your kids, especially if you want to stay active with them all the time. And my goal is to always be active with them. I love going outside and playing with them as much as I can. I hate being indoors, like so do my kids. Like being indoors for us is just not an option. So going on bike rides, going to the park, playing soccer, playing basketball, just doing things that keeps them active and keeps me active as well. I wanted to make sure that my recovery time is as fast as it can be, because like I said, I don't want to be stuck in on the couch and not doing anything and then let them be on the tablet or whatever it is. So the recovery time that I got from cold plunging alone was definitely like a cheat code for me, not just like for myself, but like as being a parent and being an active parent. Next is my immune system. I honestly used to get sick. Like let's start that over. I never used to get sick. Like it was like very rare. I don't know about you guys, but like in the past, like I hardly got sick. Like maybe once a year I felt like I got sick. Then I had kids, and then I got more stress, and then COVID came around, took the vaccine, whatever you guys want to think. I started getting sick so frequently, and it would linger for like 2 weeks. Like I would feel like I would be sick for 2 weeks, get better for like a week, and then be sick again for 2 weeks. Like it was running just like that in my family, like my kids, my wife, everybody. Like I was like, what the hell's going on, man? Like I don't want to feel sick anymore. I don't want to be sick anymore. I'm tired of it. And after literally doing this for over a year now, I'm not saying I don't get sick, but my sick, like I'm just sick for like 24 hours, honestly. Like I tell my wife, I was just like, I just need rest. Like give me some rest for like a day. I'll go to sleep early, just relax more. Don't do anything like that's very strenuous on my body, or that's gonna keep me like, sick even longer in a sense. I just like to relax and keep calm. I noticed that like within 24 hours, I feel amazing. Like I'm like, okay. So for me, I don't mind getting sick anymore. My kids get sick, my wife gets sick, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like I'll deal with it. I'm not going to walk around covering my face or getting pissed off that I got sick. It's just like, all right, I know that I'll be good in 24 hours. And I noticed that change as soon as I started implementing cold plunges. Within like 3 months or so, I started noticing my body just recovering a lot faster from any flu-like symptoms or anything of that sort. One of my favorite ones is just discipline in general. To be disciplined every single day and get into the cold plunge when nobody's watching and nobody cares besides yourself, that's tough, man. Like I honestly, this is the first time that I was able to just really give myself props for doing this for so long, and why I continue doing it every single day, because like no one cares if you do it or not. You know what I mean? No one's there watching you. Nobody's there like, rooting for you or nothing like that. You're just doing this for yourself, and to feel uncomfortable every single day, because I promise you, it's been 374 days or something today. And every single day I struggle with it. Every single day I struggle with getting into the cold water. It's not easy at all. And I appreciate the fact that it's not easy. I honestly do. I love the fact that it's hard for me, because it makes it that much better when I get in and I get out. So building that discipline through cold plunging just made me get more discipline in my daily life and everything that I do. That's with YouTube, that's with my company that I'm doing, that's with everything that I incorporate every single day. Like it's just some more discipline with my daily activities and my daily schedule, because I decide to just stay disciplined with cold water. And cold water is one of the toughest things to do, honestly, I feel like. And for me to do that every single morning and been doing it for a year straight, regardless of what was happening, honestly, I decided to took trips to New York. I made sure I found somewhere where I could do a cold plunge. Went to LA for a few days in events. I found places to do a cold plunge. Regardless, San Francisco, I decided to find a place. Even if I had to go to the ocean at 6 o'clock in the morning, I would just go in there, freezing cold water. I would like to go in the water. I went to Tahoe. There was a blizzard. The only way was to just go find, like, literally my wife dropped me off on somebody's street, on a random street. I decided to run through the snow barefoot. and get to somebody's backyard that led to the lake, and I decided to get in there in the water and do my cold plunge. It's just something that I knew that if I stopped one day, that it was just going to stop me from being so disciplined. So for me, it was like, I need my cold plunge every single morning. I need that discipline every single day, and I enjoy it and I appreciate it, and it just helps me stay disciplined with the rest of my day. So the discipline that I got from it, something that I like, continues to motivate me and continues to just make me feel like I don't want to stop this. It's part of my day, it's part of my life. And the last thing I want to talk about, and it's like literally my daily goal, my life from now on. Just, I don't know if you guys can read the sign behind me, but it says live in gratitude. And literally that's what it made me feel every single day, was just gratitude. Just made me practice gratitude for at least 2 to 3 minutes every morning. Like as soon as I would get into the water, I would feel like all that negative energy, all that stuff just went away. It just stayed there, and it helped me like almost do like a meditation in the water, and just take it all in, take in the cold of the water, and knowing how grateful I am to have so much warm in my life, you know what I mean? With my kids, with my wife, with my house, everything that I have in my life, I'm just very thankful for. And being in that cold water, and I don't know, there's something about just shocking your system, your nervous system, and being in that cold water makes you just realize that there's a lot of gratitude in this life that we all need to appreciate. So for me, practicing daily gratitude, which is my goal every single day, I try to do that the best that I can. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but I, throughout the day, I make sure that I implement things that make me feel like I'm very grateful, and think about all the things that I have. And to start my morning with a cold plunge, it literally helps me, and it teaches me gratitude. So that's my main, the main purpose for me, is to continue doing it for that reason. Is just the gratitude that I feel from being in there, and just appreciating everything that I have. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm very excited about this year. Like I said, I'm staying disciplined, I'm staying committed to cold plunging and my life in general with videos. So I'll be posting at least once a week, every single day. And I post my cold plunge short every single day. You guys can go back and check them out. I know there's people out there that say it's not cold water because it's you don't see any ice in it, but like I said, I have a cold plunge a pod chiller, that's what they call it, and it keeps the water cold. But nevertheless, I appreciate you guys watching, and if you made it this far, like I said, please leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about cold plunging. Let me know if you guys have done it before, or the benefits that you have seen, or any tips that you guys have for me. And if you guys want to see more of this, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys later.